You know, this is one of the only events, I think, in North America right now that are doing these kinds of prizes. To be able to come to a time attack event and have as much money on the line as there is this weekend. I mean, we're gonna basically burn this thing to the ground this weekend if we have to, because there's that much money on the line.
So I'd say this is one of the most unique time attack events because of the size of the prize, $35,000 in cash payouts, which is unheard of. You know, go across the world time attack and you'll never see that much money put out. So I think it draws the best competition, draws a lot of spectators, and I think it's rapidly growing as the #1 time attack event to be at.
The speed ring is unlike any other time attack event we have in the country because of the payouts, obviously, and the types of teams that it brings out is pretty ridiculous. It's a different environment out here. The track is not something like what we run normally in American time attack. It's very tight, very unforgiving, and very technical, so it's a little different for us.
What do you want? Pull it off.
You're gonna find like people driving as hard as they possibly can, probably as hard as they've ever driven. It's not just braking rates, there's money rates involved in this, so it's not just everybody's A game, but everybody's A game plus a little bit more.
Last year we put in the wall final session of day 1, and somehow we ended up in the finals of the brackets on day 2. Really, you can never give up. You can never assume you're out. You always just gotta keep putting the car back together and give yourself the best chance you can to get back out there.
What lengths are we willing to go to line our pockets with $5 grand? I naded the motor yesterday on the second session. I threw a rod right through the top. I had my buddy cancel work, call in sick, throw the motor in the back of his car and drive it out here for us last night. And we stayed up till 4 a.m. swapping the motor in this monster. We're killing it now. We're decent laps. We're in the running to win this thing, so. We got some of the fastest time attack cars here in the country. And we got Will All Young here, who's in his RSX. That is World Time Attack Will All Young, the monster. We got James Houghton over here and his Unlimited Class K2 Integra, which is absolutely nuts. He just came off of Grid Life South and setting the record without a 5th gear. Amy Smedgard's here with the Evo, who just recently set the door slammer record at Autobahn South. Being a Subaru guy, I'm a huge fan of the Can-Jam guys. It's really awesome to see somebody in your platform doing big things, and all these guys that you race with all year, and these are the big dogs, and they're genuinely afraid of a Subaru. Warms my heart.
Can-Jam is definitely the competition. They were the 2017 reigning champs, so they're the ones with the target on their back.
We're all here because they've got some great cash payouts, and we're the 2017 champions, so we're seeing if we can come home with some money again. So there's 10 grand for fastest time, and then 10 grand for the outright togi battle win.
So that's where you basically have a lead car and a chase car, and you're kind of battling to see who can run the fastest time and kind of close that gap. It's a very different type of run versus a traditional time attack run. It's a lot better for the spectators, I think. It's really fun as a driver, and you get to kind of move your way through this bracket.
It is super intense. It's unlike any form of time attack you've ever seen, because it is actually a bracket. You get knocked out, you're done. You have to lay a good lap right then. You don't have a whole weekend. You have to do it then. You have to do it consistently.
I really like it. I have some wheel-to-wheel racing experience, so I like to get in someone's mirror and put the pressure on. I like to make people drive their mirrors a little bit if I can keep up with them. If not, then it's kind of just about going full send and trying to catch up to them.
these cars at these levels, the set of really good tires that we were running, $2,500 a set of tires, $300 per lap just in tires. Motors at this kind of level are only lasting, you get 30, 40 really good hot laps on a motor sometimes. That's pretty good before it needs refreshing. So you're talking $500 to $1,000 a lap sometimes.
We're not high budget teams here. Time Attackers are kind of still budget racers, and it's nice to have a company and a series kind of supporting us this way.
Will Young out front. This is for the win. Will Young comes out on top.
Amazingly, we ended up first place in track mod. Incredible, because the competition was the most intense competition I've ever been into and part of.
Your overall Street Modified class winner.
And across the finish line goes the K-Tune Integra.
James Houghton, your winner in the Unlimited class bracket.
We had no thoughts that we would be competitive for the overall win. CanJam had an issue, and all of a sudden they say, you're going to the finals, and I'm going, what? When Eric came on the radio at the end and said, you just won $10,000, I'm going, I don't even know what that means. It's supposed to cost $10,000 to go to an event, not make $10,000 at an event. Even though CanJam had the issue and weren't able to go to the finals in the brackets, still congrats to them. Richard Boak, ultimate badass once again, fastest overall time of the weekend.
$10,000. The ultimate badass is Richard Boak. 102.
The fact that Motovicity offers these cash payouts to the racing community, their customers, everyone in general, just really shows that they're involved in motorsports. They want to see motorsports grow.
This event was absolutely fantastic. Moto put on this just phenomenal event. We had the crowd going. I had kids wanting to take pictures with me and my $0 check. I signed autographs this weekend. It was nuts, and it was all worth it.
I think it's a game changer. I think it'll be something that our North American time attack scene will really benefit from.
Amazing event, amazing people. I just have nothing but good things to say about the whole weekend.
Make some noise for him.